We're doing live.
I'm going to watch myself.
No, then the sound actually bounces back.
I'll turn the sound off. Does that work?
You can turn the sound down, which is how I do it. You can hear us bicker about... See, this is how I can take questions, so you can hear us bicker about all the things on the stream.
It's so delayed.
Well, there's a delay, yeah, that's right. There's a delay. Hello everyone, Bruce Dunn, Lee Wallace, Whiskey Man Sam, welcome to the stream. We're just bickering here, working out all the technology. Can you please give us a wave if you can hear us, because I've got to make sure the audio is working, because having some, not technical difficulties, but...
Just annoying people next to you.
Yeah, just annoying people next to you. This is what I have to deal with at the moment. So I have got a new mixing desk, which I've teased on our Instagram, but I don't have it fully set up yet, and that's okay because it's Saturday and I haven't done it all yet. I've got it set up for the computer, but not for my phone, and you can't stream to Instagram from your computer, so you're gonna have to deal with what that is, and that's fine. That's fine. We're here smoking some meats.
Set up the smoker.
Smoking some meats, and having a chat about whiskey and having a cleanser ale in between. It's good on a Saturday afternoon to catch up with people. I know it's a bit what's the word for it? We shouldn't be catching up. Social distancing.
Well, you're not touching me yet.
Yeah, there's no touchies. No handshakes. No. Wow. No shared cutlery. All that kind of stuff. Yeah. Not that you share cutlery normally.
No. Well, we're doing what we do.
Yeah. You know what we do. And we've got a outturn preview to show you from April outturn coming up.
Yes.
Now, you only just tasted this for the first time like 2 minutes ago.
Yep.
Oh! You know what? These are actually my... I almost smashed a glass. And wouldn't be the first time. I've smashed a glass on live stream before. These are my last two society glasses, so let's not smash those. That'll be good.
Where were we? The tasting.
Yeah, outturn preview. So outturn preview. Hey guys, hey Marley Barry, good to see you. These are my last two glasses at the moment. Happy to take your questions and have a chat through some things and see how we go. So this is, I should probably introduce you properly.
Again.
Everyone knows who you are. This is Matt Wooler of Dram Nation, and a true whiskey geek, and someone who likes to appreciate good malts and good times and
weird malts as well. I like challenging whiskey.
You do sometimes actually throw some challenging whiskey out of me. Some of which I'm at a loss for words to call it even whiskey.
What? My homebrew? No. That's not
He does do a good homebrew. Garden Shed of England, 137.6. That's a peated whiskey from England. Not all peated whiskey comes from Ireland. Not all peated whiskey comes from even Scotland. This is peated whiskey from England.
And I just happened to be having the official sort of release from these guys only just recently, and wasn't what you would call impressed. There wasn't a lot of strength to it, a lot of weight to it. And even when I was tasting this, as I normally do, I never look at the number. I never look at the label. If anything, I just get excited by what it's called, and then I'll taste it. And the first thing that this reminded me of, and it took me a little while to figure it out, but the Ardbeg committee release Perpetual. That's what I thought its relationship might have been. All I knew was that it had the green label, and I just read the name, and I didn't look at the number.
You don't look at codes?
No, not at all, ever.
Can I tell you? Can you explain why you don't look? For those who are not familiar, and I'm sure all of you who are watching right now, but for those who are watching later might not know, we use a coding system to hide the distillery. There's a twofold reason for that. You get to experience the flavour of the whiskey, and without being sort of influenced or preconceived by the brand. And the second reason is we're able to source the best casks out of their distilleries by not competing with their brand by hiding it behind a number. So this is Distillery 137. We've not actually said the name of the distillery. We don't need to. It's an English whiskey distillery. It's a peated whiskey. It's 8 years old. It's cask strength. And it's 66.0%. Now, why don't you look at the codes? Tell me what your reason is.
I don't really care for what the distillery is. I only care for what the flavour is about. That's it. I just want to have fun and discover something new. And I know there are, if I was to look at some of the distilleries, I would develop an opinion that really isn't valid or isn't even in some of the other things we were tasting earlier.
Yeah.
So like it's just give us a taste. Let me know what's going on. And the result is even before, and I'll disappear.
I have no idea what he's doing right now.
Had a nice big glass of this. Johnny Walker Blue from
a very familiar bottle.
The 1990s.
Yes.
And I didn't know what was going on. I was commenting about the flavour that was coming out of the cask and everything like that. And in the end, I was relating it much more to one of those sort of Obans that I would be buying in the 1990s. And of course, it ends up being a Johnny Walker Blue. And blended whiskey, it certainly had those rich sort of sweet white sugar elements on the nose, but the flavour was very, very old cask and lots of sort of malty oiliness, things that you don't necessarily see in the blue now. And that's why I just love Society the way it is. I'll take it for what it is and have a bit of fun and
yeah. And so you're not concerned about what distillery it is.
No, not at all. No. Not at all.
So let's have a nose of that. So this is an April Outturn preview. This is actually having its first feature in April Outturn. It did have a feature at the Wollongong tasting, which is why there's 1 dram left in that bottle, so I'm able to talk about it this afternoon. But yeah, this is something a bit different and something quite special.
Oh, smoky. It's oily.
It's very like you can almost get the oils just on the nose. You know that viscous like.
You take that whiff, you're going to get that tingle, that burn in the top of the nostrils from the ABV. But
it is 66.0 natural cask strength. That's exciting.
Very clean though. Very clean on the nose.
Nice, mate. Thanks SMWS America. Hello to all of our American friends. Malty oiliness, tasty indeed. Thanks, Muzz man. This is exactly what I like in a whiskey. I'm more and more obsessed with mouthfeel and the overall texture of the whiskey, more so than just the specs, of course.
You see that sticking to the glass. Look at that. It just stays there.
It's glued to the sides.
Yeah, that is very, very cool. Very light in colour. Of course, it does have that yellow tingle to it, but it's not very strong. It's very sort of wheat in colour.
Oh, that's fantastic.
But no, I would...
It's not as big, it's not as hugely peated as I was expecting.
But even now, I would still relate that to Ardbeg, something like that, for sure. It's a very interesting...
Do you get a bogginess to it, that sort of Ardbeg?
Yeah, I do. It's clean, it's not dirty, but it definitely has that herbal element, that old... stinky, I don't know, what you would say, vegetative element. Yeah.
I'm holding that up there for you, Calby. Sounds amazing. What is this one? It's the Garden Shed of England, 137.6. This is an Outturn preview coming up in April Outturn. I'll put that there so we can both see his comments.
Talk about price at this stage or not?
Yeah, I can tell you about the price on this one.
Tell me the price.
I've got this up on the screen here. Bear with me. Oh, I'm having a bit of technical difficulty. Oh, again. Here we go. Don't do that. It might actually screw something up. No, it won't. It'll be fine. This is, cask 137.6 is an 8-year-old first fill bourbon barrel, 66%. We've got 30 bottles in Outturn. Well, 29 because one of them was here. Is here. And it's $1.99.
$1.99, yeah.
That's a pretty good price for an obscure single malt from a distillery that we just don't see much of to begin with in core range form. And as you said, it wasn't very interesting in core range.
If you are a peated whiskey drinker and you like those Isla styles, this will fit that bracket easily. It will fit that bracket and you will not be disappointed. Yep. And if you were to tell me beforehand, before we were tasting it, I would have developed a totally different opinion to begin with until I tasted it. So even, again, doing it a second time.
It's a thing. It's like, you know what I call it? I call it that sort of like, it's code bias. If you see something like a 33 or a 29 on Outturn, people rush for it. They're like, I've got to get that at 33. You're going to miss out on some of the gems, like things like this, because you're code hunting. These are fantastic.
It's fun.
Yeah, I got the new mixer hooked up, Rob, and it's not just for Instagram, so there's a few things to work out there, but all in good time. I only picked it up the other day. I only picked it up Thursday afternoon, so I'm still sort of tinkering around with settings while still doing all the rest of my job. But it's it's coming along nicely. We're getting there.
You're gonna have your radio voice.
Radio voice.
Have you told everyone that you used to do radio?
No, I know. I don't think I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was a radio presenter for 5 years. I did a weekly show on 2MBS FM, also now known as Fine Music. So there you go. And it was a jazz radio show. It was every
graveyard shift.
No, I was 7 till 8. 7 till 8. 7? Yeah, 7. 7 till 8 p.m. Every Thursday night for 5 years. Obviously, if I had tastings on or if I was doing things, I'd do a pre-record and you didn't know the difference. But yeah, I mean, I love doing broadcast. It was good fun. It was all volunteer work. But it was all good. Just good fun. Musman says, my code bias is to try the ones I don't know well where I can. Yeah, that's a good one. That's true. It's good to try, especially because 137 is a pretty new code. We're only up to 140 or something, 141 or something in our coding system. So 137 is a new code. So I getting to try things from a new era of whiskey distillation is kind of cool. You know, it's a young distiller. I think it's 2000 and
it's pretty recent.
05, or maybe even 2008 the distillery was founded. I don't have the specs of the actual distillery in front of me right now, but
UK based, you're going to have to add at least 8 years on that just for them to even get themselves to a point where they're really developing their product at a level where it's aging the way they need it based on the region that they're sitting in. So add that on top, and they're young.
The radio Matt in the mornings. The dulcet tones of Matt the Man. Yes, I mean, broadcast, like studio mics do actually, they flatten the, they make your voice sound like brown sugar. It's amazing.
While you keep talking, I'm just going to check this chicken though.
Yeah, you go check the chicken, yeah. It's Saturday afternoon. We're smoking chicken, as we said before. I've got a timer on that, by the way. It says 10 left on the new one.
I've got to look at it.
He's working that out. I'm going to have terrible event withdrawal next 6 months. We'll be drinking more for sure. I just opened the Abelauer Batch 64, so I feel like I'm at an event right now. These online talks you're doing are so needed. I really appreciate you saying that, Malia Barry. I know who you are, Barry. I really appreciate you saying that. I mean, more and more we're going to be doing these online chats each day on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, creating a lot more content around what we're doing, around whiskey in general, around good drinking, creating interesting drinks, creating interesting cocktails, whatever we're doing, and just not just the drink side of it though, obviously the flavor side of it, what pairs well, what foods work, how they're created together and how they work. And I think that's like it's crucial. But for us, it's so important actually creating something interesting for our members, both in the online and offline experience. We've got 160 different articles right now, 160 different articles to learn about whiskey on our website on smws.com.au/news. We're reformatting that side of the site a little bit at the moment, so it might be a few bugs here and there, but so you're going to see that change over the next 2 weeks. I've got a timeline I'm working with you. And you're going to see, obviously, live streams on here every single day. During the week, probably twice a day, which is great. And then weekends, we're back onto the weekend stream as of right now. This is my first Saturday stream all year. I decided to take weekends off for a little while because it's quite taxing doing it every day. But it's like it's only taxing doing it every day if we've got other events on. But we don't have other events on at the moment, and everything's cancelled. So, Teague's good to see. Robert says, "Where's your 1.5 meter social distance, guys?" Close enough. You know what? We're both in good health. We're not promoting anything there. It's just the fact that you don't have any flu. I don't have a flu. We're all just keeping a bit of distance here. Everyone's treading carefully at the moment, and as they should be.
And we're staying home, so there's only a couple of people we've come in contact with. So
yeah. He works from home. I work from home. It's not like he's sort of running around. I'm not running around at the moment, so it's kind of like meetings are sparingly, and gatherings even are banned at the moment. Don't do them. I'm a big fan of flatten the curve. I mentioned that last time.
That's like the UK overnight.
Yeah,
all bars, restaurants, cafes.
It's worth noting to our members. as well, because I know a lot of international members sometimes tune into this. All of our UK venues, as of last night, are now closed. So the new Glasgow venue at 38 Bath Street, Queen Street, Edinburgh, the Vaults in Edinburgh, and our London room on Greville Street are all closed as of right now. So I do apologise to any members who have been trying to get there either in the UK or internationally. If you're an Aussie stuck in the UK at the moment, I feel for you. Because you can't even retreat to the Vaults to escape the world. They've had to close the venues. They don't know until when, but Boris directed it, and it was the Prime Minister directed it last night. I'm talking a million miles an hour here. Sorry, disinfectant in hand too. Exactly. Hold on.
Oh, I added water. You do water?
I haven't watered that yet.
Okay, I added water. It's pretty... Oh.
Here we go. Here you go. Everyone can see.
Right. So everything's going to smell of tequila now.
Practicing good hand sanitation. I'm actually selling this half bottle of Palmolive hand sanitizer for $500.
Like
if anyone wants to buy this, it's $500. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, everything's
anyway,
going to smell like soap.
Yeah. Well, just don't drink your hands.
Anyway, adding water.
Did I add water to that? I think I added 3 drops. I'm gonna
softens it out.
I did add a bit of water.
I'd stick with the ABV as it's chosen.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I find water does improve bourbon barrel whiskies a little bit more than sherry whiskies. And my rule of thumb is ex-bourbon barrels, first fill, refill, whatever, benefit from a drop of water, usually. Sherry whiskies, almost never. And really old whiskies, like 30, 40-year-old whiskies.
Whiskey on my hands now. I've got to get rid of the smell.
What's going on?
Seriously, I've got to get rid of the smell. That's really odd.
Well, if your whiskey's over 60% like this one is, that also acts as a hand sanitizer. So I think we've just won both sides.
I added water somewhere.
Jim Bogan joined. Best disinfectant you have. Just put McCallum on the label, you get that price. Buzzman. What a stinging comment. What a stinging comment. I will not comment. I will not react to that comment.
Now, there was a whiskey that I brought over today, which you had a couple of weeks ago.
We did, yes.
Which you might want to... It's up to you if you want to chat about it.
Yeah, I'll have a chat about it. Yeah.
You enjoy it? You have fun with it?
One of Matt's last events that he held as Dram Nation featured this whiskey.
Older bottling?
It's an older bottling of Glenfiddich called Rich Oak. It's a 14-year-old whiskey. Obviously the words Rich Oak are completely bunk. It doesn't mean anything. But matured for 14 years in a mixture of American and Spanish oak. And I actually thought that was a really good core range whiskey. And I thought to myself, at 40%, if they still made whiskey that tastes like that, as a core range bottle of Glenfiddich, I'd be buying that every week. That's fantastic.
It only came out for a short period of time, at least here in Australia, and then it was gone. Sort of replaced the 15-year-old when it went off the shelf for a while. And the value of it was pretty good. It was like, I don't know, it was below $70, I'm pretty sure, maybe 75 if I can remember.
Yeah.
Still got a couple of older bottles. But the thing is, this does actually support the 14-year-old labelling on it, but it's very, very small. It's really relying on these virgin oak casks as the flavour profile. And it's good whiskey.
It's got a batch code of L13. I think that might mean 2013.
Maybe.
That sounds about right.
Don't know.
Sounds about right.
Don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out. Tap things on the keyboard.
I'll just hack that.
There is a computer there, by the way. It's not just a keyboard sitting here. You can probably see the corner of a MacBook there.
And people last night, before we run out of any time, you were talking about doing some stogies today.
Yes.
So I thought as I was coming over, I needed to grab some, and I had this packet. Now it was given to me from a friend that comes across from Switzerland quite often. So it's as far as I know, it's Swiss style, but it might not be. I don't know. I cannot read. It looks like it could be Deutsch, but the thing is, in Switzerland they speak 5 different languages.
Deutsch, yeah.
So this is the craziness. So I'll show you what they are when I'll open them up.
Yep.
So they're designed to be for fun. They come packaged in twists like this.
It doesn't get much weirder than that.
Very, very, very strong.
Take a look at this. Look at this.
Very strong smell. You've just taken the thing. And when you pull them apart, this is what they become. And then on the end, there's a little, not filter, I guess a funnel, and the drawer on them is instant. So we expect these things to last about a minute, if we're lucky. Regardless, A bit of fun. We'll see what they're all about. That one is mine now because I've been touching it, and that one's yours because you've been touching it. And we're going to see what these things taste like and the flavour and what they're going to work with. But overall, the smell of them is very strong.
They're quite intense, yeah.
Yeah, there's no outer wrapper. It is one style of leaf. Maybe if Pete Stevens is chiming in, he might be able to even tell us maybe what these suckers are.
He knows what they are. He knows what they are.
He'll know. He's probably fallen over himself. No, you're going to die when you smoke these things. But a bit of fun. I'm not a smoker by any level, so it's very occasionally I'll pull these things out and we'll just see. Maybe we'll find a whiskey that's going to work. We're smoking the chicken.
Yeah.
We haven't smoked any whiskey. We've got these original crumbs.
See how we go. Yeah.
To try.
It's original crumb.
Maybe someone's had these original crumbs. I'm not sure.
I've never seen them before
has
ever.
A twist. Go on. Now.
Do it right now. No. So this has been great. I really appreciate it, everyone, and I'll see you again at 8:00. But in the meantime, or maybe 8:00. I've got to see how we go with the timing of the dinner. But I'll catch you all again. If not tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow. But thank you so much. Thank you, Matt, again for tuning in. This is probably the fifth, fourth or fifth time you've been on live.
Yeah.
I love it.
Whenever
he's here, he goes on live.
Yeah.
That's all from us right now. Thank you again for being a part of it, and I'll see you all soon. As I keep saying, wash your hands, drink good whiskey, and have a good time. Keep your social isolation, and let's flatten that curve. We'd love to come back with some roaring events soon. So that's
you can't say that when we're so close together.
Yeah, no, social distancing. I'm out of here.
Social isolation and social distancing are two different things. Social isolation is social media, effectively.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go with that then.
Okay.